Financial Field in South Philly. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll get this to the 32. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action. Mariota. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Now a first down carry for Harris. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Play action now. Mariota. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Mariota now. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, tell all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Absolutely. I always found myself cheering for them after they intercepted. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. First carry for Najee Harris. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Oh, he's going to go for it all. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. They go play action with Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. These two teams all tied after 1. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Harris is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. 3rd and goal. Mariota. And he's going to go down. Sacked into the 13-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Sly able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 61 yards. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Najee Harris taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are able to move back in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A second down throw here for Mariota. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big time.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. Totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. This pass outright to Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now Mariota. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down. Mariota on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mariota escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. To the air again, Mariota. And he will find his man, Samuel. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run again with Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mariota. Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak. and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit limp.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. If this were hindsight as 2020 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise him and catch him off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover, put your defense in a bad spot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Buying time to his left. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw, Mariota. Forced out to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And that line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play and a half here. Mariota able to connect with Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, as time expires in the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Slide for the PAT. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now Joey Slye for the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Harris will start the drive out. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The tight end in motion right. Following the interception here, Mariota. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
A first down throw for Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's got a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Mariota. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. While they're able to come away with the interception, Charles, they aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing is Hurts. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9. Mariota flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing, Mariota. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
They hand this off to Harris, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. Sly able to put this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
First throw complete there to Beckham. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. On 2nd and very short, Hurts. Dancing to his left. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
Let's go now.
The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From the 16, Hurts. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those to gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. And you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it? You got another thing coming.
And by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run with Harris. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Mariota to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. This is Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new...
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls.